Yo, this is Zaire Garvin. Call it starving for the truth. I've been hearing a lot lately about Brother Polite's plight. And I feel that the things that are being said about him are alleged first, and second, it's a lot of men out there who are mentally messed up. There's a lot of people out there who need to learn about proper sexuality. Because in my community, a lot of men and women have the misconception that intimate relationships have something to do with material gain. And what's going on is really horrific, distasteful, and we should be endeavoring to change this specific situation that's going on in our hood. But let me say, most of the men that are coming at Polite and a lot of the women that are coming at Polite, y'all are just as bad as he is. And some may say, damn, Zah, why you saying that? I'm saying that for this reason. I've been out there in the hood, and I know from standing on the corner with guys that look at women, don't know what their age is, but as long as those titties is popping and that ass is banging, they willing to holler at them. And the sad fact is, if you get a play, you won't find out their age until after the deed is done. Because most men don't care to ask. They don't care if you have a man or if you have a husband. That don't matter. What matters is can I see how that mouth work? Or can I get the whop? You know what the whop is. And a lot of women out there, I see, the only thing you concerned with is mainly for the whop, what you gonna get out of it. You know, we talking about getting that bag, getting at that check. Cut the check. Some men get it, and some get a pussy coupon, meaning you got played. So on this YouTube thing, it's a lot of hypocrites and a lot of people who are self-righteous. Now, if it's true that a bunch of dudes beat up Polite, most of them dudes is the dudes that sleep with your 14-year-old daughter and fuck around and get her pregnant and then don't want to be the baby daddy. Now say I'm lying. I know I'm not. And what about the men or the young men out there that may be 18 and get a 14-year-old pregnant and then contest that that's not my child? I guess we're going to have to ask Maury who's the baby daddy from a woman that may be 15, 16, 17, going on the show 9 times to find out who is the father of her child. A lot of y'all out there is really getting mad because that is some shit you probably did. And ain't nothing wrong with making up for it and ask for forgiveness, because from the conversations that I have with people, a lot of people in the communities of what we call black people don't have no education. Most men don't even know how to put on a condom. Most black women don't even know what a female condom is. And when it come down to being in the club and going home for the after party, nobody thinks about it. But it only take sometimes one time to get pregnant. And then you want to be a victim. And then you want somebody to come to your rescue for something that you have done, maybe mistakenly, maybe on purpose. Who knows? But I'm looking at YouTube, and a lot of these fools out here is really looking to make money off of Polite's plight and his situation, and don't even know if he's guilty yet. But as long as you hit that Cash App, it's okay to say what you're saying. But as far as I'm concerned, you're wrong. And you're a clout chaser. It's really corny to me because it's a lot of YouTube shows that I see that came from teaching the people something maybe about law, health, religion, and then you just cut all that off so you could talk about Polite. And you know who you are. I'd like to name names, but I'm just a YouTuber that watches YouTube. And I'm watching it all go down. And some days I feel like I don't know what's real on YouTube. Because if you can cut off your teachings just like that, and you're not a journalist or a blogger, speaking about the truth on right news, then it's all foolery to me. It's all, like they say, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a doctor. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Well, my opinion is for entertainment purposes only. And I think that y'all is just doing this to make money. Most of y'all is self-righteous, and the rest of y'all is hypocrites. Because I seen you out there on the corner. You 20-something years old, maybe 30 almost, and you looking at them young girls go by in them tights that's showing the cuckoo. You know, you see the camel toe on these little young girls that look grown, that got the bodies of grown women. And the same goes for the women. You looking at these young boys, you see the print in they new tight pants with their ass hanging out. You won't even go and buy a decent belt, nigga. Go buy a belt so your ass won't be hanging out. You women, as long as a nigga get your hair done, get your nails done, and a pedicure, and buy you some fly ass gear, you with it. And say you'll worry about the consequences later. So I hear a lot of men and women coming out on polite, but most of y'all is the ones who is perpetuating this kind of behavior. Now, if you dress your daughters in right attire and teach your sons how to do things in a way where as though you would get maybe a nice daughter-in-law, then we wouldn't be worrying about these mentally messed up sexual deviants. If you don't know what a sexual deviant is somebody that deviates from the proper order of intimacy. And furthermore, I don't see nobody going out there going after the Jewish community, because in the Jewish community, when a woman or a man, a young man, hits the age of 13, or a young lady, I say that loosely because living in the neighborhood I live in, there ain't none of that going on. Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? They ain't out here. But the Jewish community, when you hit 13, you a man and she's a woman if she has her menstrual. So if she has her menstrual, then any man can marry her. It don't matter what the age is. Now, I don't know if any of y'all know that, but if y'all don't know, now you know. And if you want to know better, then go ask the Jewish community what do they do when a young man has a bar mitzvah or a young lady has a bar mitzvah. But really, what I really wanted to say is, if Polite really did this, then he has to get some kind of therapy for his problem. And if it's you who is listening to this has some kind of problem like that, you have a chance to change. And don't let nobody tell you that you this evil, wicked man or woman. Everybody has a right to change. And after you ask God for forgiveness, you need to forgive yourself.